Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Performing Arts with Aryan Bharadwaj. In the first episode of this series, we talked about two different elements of the human existence. Now, let's talk about rest of it. The third element is the mental body or the mind. The mental body or the mind is the seat of our emotions, feelings and desires. It carries in it countless number of impressions from this life and previous lives. It is made up of three parts. First one is the conscious mind. It is that part of our thoughts and feelings that we are aware of. The second one is the subconscious mind. It contains all the impressions required to complete our destiny in our current lifetime. Thoughts from the subconscious mind sometimes emerge into the conscious mind from time to time, either in response to some external stimulus or at time even without it. For example, during the course of one's day, one gets a random and unrelated thought about some vague incident in one's childhood. Third one is the unconscious mind. This is the aspect of our mind that we are completely aware of. This contains all the impressions that are associated with our accumulated account. Sometimes we also refer to an aspect of the mental body as the desires body. This is the aspect of the mind that contains all the impressions of desires. The physical organ associated with the mental body is the brain. The fourth element is the intellect or causal body. The causal body or the intellect body is the body which deals with the decision making process and reasoning ability. The physical organ associated with the intellect body is the brain. The fifth element is the subtle ego or the supercausal body. It's the final vestige of the nations and is the feeling that we are separate from the God. The sixth element is the soul or the God principle in every human being. The soul is the God principle within us and is our true nature. It is the main component of the subtle body, which is a fraction of the supreme God principle with the qualities of absolute truth, absolute consciousness and bliss. The soul is unaffected by the ups and downs in life and is in perpetual state of bliss. It looks at the ups and downs of life in the great illusion with an observer stance. The soul is beyond the three subtle basic components. However, the rest of our consciousness, like the physical body and the mental body, is made up of it. The seventh element is the subtle body. The subtle body is defined as that part of our being or consciousness that leaves our physical body at the time of physical death. It comprises of the mental body, the causal body or the intellect, the supercausal body or the subtle ego, and the soul. What is left behind at the time of physical death is our physical body. The vital energy is released back into the universe. The following are some other aspects of the subtle body. Subtle sense organs. By subtle sense organs, we mean the subtle aspect of our five sense organs, by which we are able to perceive the subtle realm. For example, we are able to perceive a subtle fragrance such as jasmine without there being any stimulus to cause it. Also, the fragrance may only be experienced by one person and not by the others in the same room. Second one is subtle motor organs. By subtle motor organs, we mean the subtle aspect of our physical motor organs such as our arms, tongue, etc. All activity is initiated first in subtle motor organs and then executed in the physical dimension by one's gross motor organs. Eighth element is the nations. All the other aspects of our being other than the soul are part of great illusion. It is called nations when literally translated means absence of knowledge. The word nations stems from the fact that we identify ourselves with our gross body, mind and intellect, not with our true nature, which is the soul or the God principle within us. Nations is the root cause of unhappiness. Man gets attracted to money, his own house, family, city, country, etc. The greater the attachment to any individual or object, greater is the likelihood of unhappiness arising from it. Even an ideal social worker or a saint may become attached to the society or his devotees respectively. The greatest attachment that each one has is for himself, that is his own mind and body. Even a slight discomfort or illness can make one unhappy. Hence, everyone should gradually become detached about oneself and accept pain and illness in one's stride. This is, of course, with the inherent understanding that happiness and unhappiness in life is experienced primarily due to our destiny. The soul and nation together constitute the embodied soul. Nations for a living person has 20 components in all: the gross body, 5 subtle sense organs, the 5 subtle motor organs, the 5 vital energies, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, the intellect, and the ego. Since the functions of the components of the subtle body go on continuously, the attention of the embodied soul is drawn to them instead of the soul, that is, away from spiritual knowledge to nations. Since the functions of the components of the cell body go on continuously, the attention of the embodied soul is drawn to them instead of the soul, that is away from spiritual knowledge to nations. The secret is not giving up. Most people who have accomplished great things in this world did not have that deep meaning to their quest. They had that resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back, whether that means you are counted out from making the high school basketball team, fired from a job, lost a loved one, or failed 9,999 times before finding that one time that it all came. For more videos and acting tips, subscribe and like. And make sure to write your comments below. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much. See you soon in the next episode. Oh, did you subscribe the channel clicking on the red button below? Did you? Alright guys, have a nice time and sign off.